Dosto, picture this, chutia. That magical time when all you can think about is escaping the daily grind, packing your bags and heading out for an epic adventure with your friends. The excitement is real, the group chats are buzzing, and everyone's got their own dream destination in mind. But this time, forget the usual Goa beaches or the snowy slopes of Manali. No more fighting for train tickets or arguing over hotel bookings. We're skipping all the regular hotspots. This time, we're going full adventurous to Antarctica. Yes, you heard that right, the South Pole. The place where hardly anyone goes, where the sun doesn't set for months, and the only crowd you'll find is a bunch of penguins. Just imagine, endless ice as far as your eyes can see, adorable penguins waddling around, and you, wrapped up in so many layers you can barely move, looking like a walking, talking snowman. Sounds totally crazy, right? But that's exactly what Tishani Doshi, our adventurous writer friend, decided to do. She didn't just dream about it, she actually packed her bags and set off to the literal end of the earth. Imagine her journey, leaving behind the heat, the chaos, and the colors of India, and suddenly stepping into a world of endless white, where the only sound is the crunch of snow under your boots. Now you might be wondering, Antarctica? Seriously? What's even there besides ice and cold? It sounds wild, almost impossible, right? But trust me, there's so much more. Antarctica is like another planet, mysterious, untouched, and absolutely breathtaking. It's a place where time stands still, and every step feels like an adventure into the unknown. So, get ready to leave your comfort zone behind, put on your imaginary snow boots and jackets, and join us for a hilarious, unforgettable journey to the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on Earth. Antarctica is calling Dosto, and trust me, this is one adventure you absolutely don't want to miss. Let's dive into the coolest story ever, literally. Picture this, an entire ship buzzing with excitement, packed with students bundled up in their warmest jackets, all set for the adventure of a lifetime, a journey to Antarctica. The air is filled with laughter, nervous chatter, and the thrill of stepping into the unknown. For most of these students, this is their very first time venturing so far from home, and the anticipation is electric. And at the heart of this expedition is our very own Tishani Mam, leading the way with her signature enthusiasm and curiosity. She's not just a teacher here, she's an explorer, a guide, and a friend, making sure everyone is ready to take on the icy wilderness together. This is no ordinary school trip, my friends. It's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, where every moment is packed with discovery and wonder. Imagine sailing past gigantic icebergs, some so massive they tower over the ship like floating skyscrapers. The colors are unreal, with shades of blue and white you've never seen before. Suddenly, out of the icy waters, whales appear. They breach and splash, almost as if they're welcoming the students to their frozen home. It's a magical sight, and everyone rushes to the deck to catch a glimpse. And then there are the penguins, hundreds of them, waddling around in their tuxedos, slipping and sliding on the ice. They're curious, playful, and totally unbothered by the visitors, as if they truly own the place. Tishani Mam and the students were part of an amazing program called Students on Ice. It brings young people from all over the world to experience the wonders of Antarctica firsthand. They got to see Antarctica up close and personal, feeling the chill in the air, touching ancient ice, and capturing memories with every photo. It's something most people only dream of. But here, it's real. The adventure didn't stop there. The students even met real scientists working at research stations, who shared stories about studying climate change, wildlife, and the mysteries of this remote continent. It was like stepping into a living, breathing science lab. Way more exciting than anything you'll ever find in a textbook. They did hands-on experiments, learned about glaciers, and saw the effects of climate change right before their eyes. So there they were, sailing through icy waters, surrounded by breathtaking views and endless snow, learning about our planet in the most incredible classroom on Earth. Antarctica was putting on a spectacular show, and every single person on that ship was loving every second of it. An adventure they'll never forget. Hold on tight, because we're about to take a journey back in time, way back, to an era you might never have imagined. Picture this. The world as we know it looked completely different, and Antarctica was at the heart of a dramatic transformation. Antarctica wasn't always a frozen desert, you know. In fact, millions of years ago, it was a land of mystery and life, a place bursting with green forests and teeming with creatures that would seem out of place there today. Imagine this. Dinosaurs wandering through thick leafy forests, giant ferns swaying in the breeze, and rivers flowing through a landscape that was alive and vibrant. Can you believe that Antarctica was once a dinosaur playground full of life and color? But then, something incredible happened. The Earth's climate began to shift dramatically. Temperatures dropped, the air grew colder, and slowly, the forest disappeared under blankets of snow and ice. It was as if nature pressed a giant pause button, freezing everything in place. Over time, Antarctica transformed into the icy wonderland we know today. Towering glaciers, majestic mountains, and endless frozen lakes now stretch as far as the eye can see, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Imagine walking on ice so thick and clear. It's like stepping onto a giant shimmering mirror that reflects the endless sky above. Every step feels like you're treading on another planet. The air here is so clean and crisp, it's almost magical. Breathing it in feels like filling your lungs with the purest air on Earth, as if you're experiencing your very first breath all over again. And then there's the silence. It's not just quiet, it's a deep, powerful stillness, as if the whole world is holding its breath, waiting for something extraordinary to happen. It's a silence that makes you feel small, yet connected to something vast and ancient. Antarctica is like a giant time capsule, preserving secrets of the Earth's past deep within its frozen heart. Each layer of ice holds stories from millions of years ago, waiting for scientists to unlock them. It's a powerful reminder of how much our planet has changed, and how important it is for us to protect this incredible place and the history it holds for generations to come. Okay, let's talk about the students. Imagine a bunch of Gen Z kids, used to their phones and Wi-Fi, suddenly thrown into this icy wilderness. It was a total culture shock, but in a good way. First things first, selfies. You can bet they were taking selfies with penguins, with icebergs, even with their own reflections in the ice. It was like a whole new Instagram feed, full of epic scenery and once-in-a-lifetime moments. But it wasn't all fun and games. The students learned some serious lessons too. They saw firsthand the effects of climate change, melting glaciers, shrinking ice caps, and even confused penguins. It was a wake-up call, a reminder that climate change is real and it's happening right now. And guess what? It's up to us, the younger generation, to do something about it. Now let's get real for a minute. Climate change isn't just some abstract idea. It's happening right here, right now, and Antarctica is feeling the heat, literally. Imagine a giant ice cube left out in the sun. What happens? It melts, right? Well, that's what's happening to Antarctica's glaciers and ice sheets. They're melting at an alarming rate, and that's bad news for everyone. Why? Because all that melted ice has to go somewhere. And guess where it goes? Into the ocean, causing sea levels to rise. And when sea levels rise, coastal cities and islands are at risk of flooding. Antarctica is like the canary in the coal mine, warning us about the dangers of climate change. It's a reminder that we need to act now, before it's too late. We need to reduce our carbon footprint, switch to renewable energy, and protect our planet for future generations. Imagine standing at the foot of a massive glacier, a towering wall of ice that's been around for thousands of years. It's humbling, awe-inspiring, and a little bit scary, all at the same time. Tishani ma'am and the students had this incredible experience. They stood there, surrounded by the silence of Antarctica, and felt the power of nature like never before. It was a moment of realization, a moment of understanding. The Earth is precious, my friends. It's the only home we have, and we need to treat it with respect. We can't keep taking it for granted, polluting it, and destroying its natural wonders. Antarctica is a reminder that we are all connected to nature, whether we realize it or not. What happens in Antarctica affects us all, and we have a responsibility to protect it. After an unforgettable journey, it was time for Tishani ma'am and the students to return home. They left Antarctica behind, but Antarctica didn't leave them. The experience changed them, shifted their perspective, and left an indelible mark on their hearts. Imagine coming back from a life-changing trip, your head full of memories and your heart full of emotions. You see the world differently now. You appreciate the little things, like clean air and fresh water. You're more aware of your impact on the environment. That's what happened to Tishani ma'am and the students. They came back as advocates for the planet, determined to make a difference. They realized that even small actions can have a big impact, and they were inspired to spread the message of conservation and sustainability. Now you might be thinking, Antarctica sounds amazing, but I'm just one person. What can I do? Well, my friend, you'd be surprised. Every little bit counts, and together, we can make a big difference. Imagine a world where every student is an eco-warrior, fighting for the planet. We can reduce our carbon footprint by walking, cycling, or using public transport. We can conserve water, reduce waste, and recycle like our lives depend on it, because they do. We can also spread awareness about climate change and inspire others to join the movement. We can be the generation that turns the tide, the generation that saves our planet. Antarctica is calling, my friends. It's a call to action, a call to protect our planet, a call to create a sustainable future for all. Will you answer the call? All right, students, time for a quick recap CBSE style. But don't worry, this is no boring lecture. This is Antarctica, remember? Fun and learning go hand in hand. So first up, Antarctica is huge. It's the 5th largest continent, bigger than Europe and Australia combined. That's a lot of ice. Next, it's a land of extremes. We're talking about the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on Earth. Pack your woolens. And of course, penguins are the stars. They're adorable, they're clumsy, and they're everywhere. Get ready for some penguin selfies. But hey, climate change is real, folks. Antarctica is melting, and that's bad news for everyone. Time to take action. And finally, we can all be eco-warriors. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and spread the message of sustainability. Let's save our planet together. So there you have it, folks. Our Antarctic adventure comes to an end, but the journey continues. We've laughed, we've learned, and we've been inspired by the beauty and fragility of our planet. Remember, protecting the Earth is not just about saving polar bears and penguins, it's about saving ourselves. It's about ensuring a healthy and sustainable future for generations to come. And who knows, maybe one day you'll get to experience the magic of Antarctica for yourself. Until then, let's keep the spirit of exploration and conservation alive. Stay tuned for our next adventure, where we'll be exploring the mysteries of, well, you'll have to wait and see. Keep those explorer hats on, and remember, the Earth is our playground. Let's keep it clean and green.